So what I'm going to get Jen to do now is, as quick as you can, take your t-shirt off. That was brilliant. It was extravagant. So guys, welcome to Wednesdays with me. What we're going to do now is, for the next couple of weeks, is we're going to go through a series of assessments and how we do a biomechanical screening here at our facility. Today what you're going to see is me do an assessment of Coach James of his T-spine. Next week we're going to focus on the shoulders, and the week after that the hips, and then finally the feet. So stay tuned for those upcoming videos, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. So here is now an assessment of James's T-spine.
We're live.
We're live, James. Welcome guys, what we're going to do today is something a little bit different. I'm going to take you through how we assess the upper back, the thoracic spine with some of our clients in the gym. James here, a bit of history, is one of the coaches at the gym. He also spends a lot of time doing admin stuff on his computer, so his environment is going to lend him to having a quite dysfunctional upper back and T-spine area. So what we're going to do now is a quick assessment and what that looks like and what we should be looking for, and give you an idea of how we do it in the gym. So what I'm going to get Jen to do now is, as quick as you can, take your t-shirt off. That was brilliant. It was extravagant. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around, all the way around. We're just going to get a look at what James's spine is doing just in a standard position. So what you can see is he's got quite a well-developed back. Well done. Thank you. Great lats. We've also got this slight curve around to the right, and what we should see is a pretty straight line. If you come around to the side, you can also see, minus, again, quite hard to tell with James's quite well-developed upper back, is that he's got quite a curve in his T-spine. Again, could be that he's just got a massive back. Come around back again. And what we've also got then is this creasing down the lower back, where the potentially excessive T-spine curve comes and pivots right down at the lower part of the T-spine and into the lumbar region. So what we're going to get to James to do is we're going to assess this part of his spine, and we're going to assess it in three planes of motion: the frontal plane, the sagittal plane, and the transverse plane. So what I'm going to do is get you to stick your right leg up on the box for me. By sticking his leg up, what we're doing is just blocking off this the lower spine, the lumbar part, from compensating when we ask James to move. Again, a quick assessment, and we've got now a line going off from his spine off to the left, probably compensating for lifting his right leg up. So what I'm going to get James to do now is, with your right arm, just reach over your head and back. Good. And what you see James do is we get this little pivot around here. You can see where he's a little bit stiff in the frontal plane, and we also get this big movement here. I'm not going to tell him what that is, what I'm talking about, otherwise they'll stop. At the top we also get kind of a curve round, and then what we want you to do now is with your right arm reach across the body and repeat. There we go. Good, just bent arm slightly, don't have to go too far, and again. Good, keep going. Flexing the guns. Trying to be all serious here. And rest there. What you're going to do with your left arm, reach it over the head, just like before with your right arm. Good, and just reach it over the side. And then what we're starting to see now is a clear area where James starts to pivot from his spine. He's also having to go into a bit of forward flexion to allow him to get that range, and then left arm across the knee, across the front of the body. And just get this big rotation. Again, we're getting this big movement of the hips to compensate for potentially a lack of rotation in his upper back in the transverse plane. So we're going to swap legs, and we're going to repeat that process. We're going to go left arm, repeating over the body. Actually on this side, we've got this nice smooth line through his spine, but it kinks off up at the upper part of the T-spine, And again, we're pivoting right from down here and across the body. Good, and as you can see, he's now stopped it because he knows what I'm talking about. He's getting this big shift and rotation from his leg to try and compensate for some potentially a lack of rotation in his T-spine through the transverse plane. And then we're going to go over with the right arm. And again, we're getting this pivot point in mid-back. T-spine area is quite a common area to see that. Doesn't mean it's okay though. And then right arm across the body. And again, we're getting a big rotation. What we're also seeing is having to whip into the end range there. So there's a slight loss of control, which means he can't get into it, which again is telling me that it's got a potential lack of rotation in the spine.
Starting to get a bit of soreness down here as well.
Yeah, as in it's aching.
Yeah.
So overactive in this lower part of the back into the QL, so potentially compensating for up there. So if he's got a stiff area down here, or here, sorry, we're going to see that something else is going to compensate. So if this is you, we can use these movements as the prescription to get that better. So if he's stiff, he was stiff more so with his right leg up, with a right rotation away from his knee, we can use that as a prescription to allow him to try and increase some of the rotation. We then can add and manipulate different areas of fitness, so we can manipulate the force, the speed, the weight, the power, the coordination, the angles, all that sort of stuff to try and improve the range of motion there. If you are interested in coming down for a thoracic assessment or a hip assessment or a foot assessment, it will tell us a lot about your body and what we can do to get that better. So contact us at info@crossfitcambridgeshire.co.uk or just comment below. I think I'm in the comment section, this area. Yeah. That area?
Right there.
Right there. Comment. Awesome. See you next week.